No matter what industry you're in, there's always more work than time to do it. Is outsourcing the solution? There's always more work to be done, and new companies often fall behind their expectations and deadlines. Outsourcing is leveraged by many types of companies and organizations, from small businesses to huge multinational organizations. In this video, we will tell you how to outsource. Before starting the video, please subscribe to the channel and click on the notification icon so you would get notified when we upload the next video. Number 7. Identify the best approach to outsourcing by understanding your motives. Before you begin looking into outsourcing, it's important to identify your approach. Are you looking to get simple work off your hands, save on cost, or hire a specialist to sort out a specific area of your business? While you can jump right into searching for talent, it helps if you know what your goals are and how much would make sense to invest. The last thing you want to do is waste money simply because you had undefined expectations. Next, decide on an hourly rate or a set project rate. Setting a fixed price for a project ensures you won't have to worry about going over your budget your first time outsourcing. If you're having trouble finding a round number, try breaking down your task into hours, and then setting an hourly price that you can then add up. While fixed project prices are good, don't fear hourly rates. Hourly rates can be great for outsourced teams working in customer service or for an individual who helps with the books a few hours a week. Just make sure to monitor the hours worked using trusted time tracking software like Hubstaff to ensure that you're only paying freelancers when they're working. Number 6. Clarify project specifications and expectations. Once you know why you're outsourcing and what your approach will be, it's time to make that into project specifications and defined expectations. One of the first things that you likely already have an insight into from step 1 is the length of the project. If you're looking to outsource bookkeeping, for instance, it's likely to be a long-term contract. However, if it's a one-time project, such as web design, it's a good idea to have a deadline by when you'd like the project completed. Maybe you're attending an event and would like your website up by then. Be sure to clarify these deadlines and the importance of them to any contractors. In some situations, you're doing things without any time pressures. However, it's still a good idea to come up with some sort of deadline to avoid the project dragging along for a long time. Once you have your deadlines and timelines set, you will need to clarify the exact expectations from the freelancer or company you will work with. Number 5. Set expectations up front. If you're looking for a bookkeeper because you don't want to do anything whatsoever with bookkeeping, it might mean going for a person that has done work in your industry before. That way, they don't bother you asking how to classify types of expenses. This also means clarifying and explaining to the bookkeeper that you won't be inputting any bills or invoices in any sort of software, but rather forward them to an email address or similar. You should try to be as specific as you can be to ensure onboarding is seamless and effective. On the other hand, sometimes you'll want to be involved in the project. Say you're looking for a graphic designer to design a logo and want to be involved in the process as much as you can. It would be important then to specify that you will want revisions of the work, and there will be back and forth between you and the contractor. Most freelancers include a number of revisions in the estimate, so make sure you discuss this up front. Lastly, be sure to specify exact deliverables. This is especially important for fixed-cost projects. Specify what exactly you're paying for and what the contractor will have to deliver to conclude the project. Number 4. Know what tasks are worth your time. It can be hard for small business owners to let go of any aspect of their business, but wearing every hat in your business – marketing, copywriting, bookkeeping, client pitches, public relations – might not be the best use of your time and money. If keeping up with daily minutiae, such as posting on social media or answering every email that arrives, keeps you from big-picture work, it can hinder the growth of your business. Likewise, if you don't have the skill necessary for important tasks like filing your taxes or writing your website copy, the time you spend struggling to complete them might be better spent on another part of your business that brings in new revenue. In these instances, outsourcing may cost you money, but it can give you back valuable time that allows you to focus on growing your business. If you know your own average hourly rate, you can judge whether the amount of time you spend on tasks that can be outsourced is worth it, or if your time can be better spent elsewhere while an expert takes that particular slice of work off your plate. Even if you already have employees in your small business, you may find that it still makes more sense to outsource some work. The Deloitte survey found that IT functions are the most commonly outsourced, along with tax accounting and other financial matters. These tasks require specific skill sets that your employees may not have. Rather than hiring a new employee and paying a regular salary, along with associated expenses like payroll taxes, the best use of your small business's time and money may be to outsource the work to a dedicated professional when necessary. Number 3. Understand all legal requirements. Business owners have a variety of concerns about outsourcing. The Deloitte survey found that the most common one is whether customers and their own data is kept secure, while the third most common concern is that vendors comply with any necessary laws and regulations. With the passage of laws like the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, and the California Consumer Privacy Act, CCPA, businesses of all sizes are on the hook for how they handle customers' data and online information. There are also various local, state, and federal laws that impact how you run your business, such as minimum wage policies and federal tax statutes. These laws don't care who is doing the work, whether you are outsourcing or handling it in your house. Your small business is ultimately responsible for what happens. This may impact which tasks you decide to outsource. You may choose to be the only one handling customers' data, do all website updates yourself, or keep strict control of production. You may be comfortable outsourcing every stage of the process. Whichever route you choose, remember that, as the owner, you are ultimately responsible for understanding and complying with all the laws that regulate your business. Number 2. Choose your partner carefully. When choosing a person or company to take on outsourced work, consider the partnership you are entering into just as carefully as you would choose a new employee. Whether looking for a bookkeeper, copywriter, or any other expert, many small business owners fall into the trap of going with the first option they find. But the Deloitte survey found that number one thing that companies that outsource wanted to do differently next year is spend more time on their service provider selections. Rather than rushing into a business relationship, treat outsourcing like a partnership. Research your options. Carefully consider who you are working with and what impact that partnership could have on your business. Number 1. Remember you get what you pay for. Among the businesses that Deloitte surveyed, 35% didn't expect outsourcing to lower their cost, while another 32% expected that outsourcing would lower their operating costs by less than 10%. Only 9% of companies expected that outsourcing would lower their costs by more than 30%. But even the companies that predicted higher costs still expected that outsourcing would be worth it. Even if outsourcing increases your monthly or yearly expenses, it can create opportunities for growth that wasn't previously possible, allowing you to increase your profits, grow your business, and pursue new opportunities that you couldn't when your time was being taken up with lower-level work. In many instances, outsourcing pays for itself over time, even if it initially increases your operating costs. For a small business operating on a strict budget, costs may still play a large role in whom you choose to outsource work to, but it shouldn't be the only consideration. There are many factors in addition to costs that should impact who you partner with, including the following: reputation of the provider, scope of services available, speed of service, experience and skill level, portfolio or work history, fit with your company priorities and goals, ease of working together. Not all these factors will hold equal weight in your decision. In some cases, you may find that the cheapest option for outsourcing provides the service you are looking for. Other times, you may find that it's impossible to find a skilled partner who understands data security and legal regulations, is easy to communicate with, and completes work on time for bottom-dollar prices. In outsourcing, as in every other aspect of business, you are likely to get what you pay for. Do let us know in the comments what task are you outsourcing. Thanks for watching.